What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of King's Court. I'm your man King Real, joined once again with my man Jay Money. What's up, Jay?
What's up, everybody? I hope everybody had a Christmas, Merry Christmas. Hope everybody have happy days. We back at it, man. It's Wednesday. We back to it, man.
Yeah, back at it, man. How was your Christmas, Jay Money? Man, spend time with the family, cash some money, man. How was your couple days off, man?
Yeah, I must say, man, my couple of days was pretty good. I don't really have a big family or whatever, but the little family that I do have, we had a real good time, whatever. Took a nice little road trip. So I had a pretty good time, take a little break from like I was telling you, having our eyes glued into the laptop and to the TV all the time. So it was nice to take a little break, But like I say, now we're back to it, man.
For sure, for sure. I tried to take a little break, man, but sure, I had to put some plays out. We both put out a little video stuff for Christmas. Get some plays out. I was running all over the place, Twitter going crazy. Everybody asked me for plays. I was just trying to enjoy some time with my folks, my family. But, especially up here in Las Vegas, I don't have too much family up here, so I tried to make the best of my situation. Couldn't go to Portland like I wanted to. Wanted to go to the Jazz, a Blazers game in Utah. But I was like, man, do I really want to go to Utah and then push it? Salt Lake and then having to push all the way back over here to come do the show today. So we didn't end up going. But I'll catch the game soon, man. Probably gonna go up to Phoenix one of these days and catch a Phoenix game. But let's start on it, man. That's the first game of the day right now for us, Jay. I'm sorry if I don't sound so pumped up, everybody. I'm kind of sick. My wife been sick all week. She passes on to me, so my throat a little sore. May cough or sneeze a few times throughout the show, but forgive me. But yeah, Jay, this first game, man, it's a revenge spot over here for the Suns, if you ask me. They lost to Orlando 99-85. They didn't have Booker. I know the Suns are 3-15 away, but they 15-19 ATS. Magic is 0-5 ATS at home, 1-4 the last 5 games at home versus Phoenix. I'm taking the Suns tonight with the points, man. I know the money lines, whatever I heard you say when we were just talking about it briefly. I know it's not a play for you or you don't have anything on this game per se, but what's your thoughts on this game, man? We got 10 games on tonight, and a few of these games I know I'm completely off of, but I did jump on the Suns here. I like the way they've been playing basketball. Orlando, like I said, I don't know why this is a team that's winning. I know they put out a decent product out there on the court, but the Suns is what we actually thought was going to come out and do something this year. One of those teams that I expected to perform this year, and they're finally look like they're getting there just a little bit, a tad bit. And I want them to go out there today, and beat up on this Magic team. So give me the Suns plus the 5 points. What's your thoughts on this, J Money?
Yeah, that's not a bad play at all. Like I was telling you, I can make cases for both sides in this game. I don't want to bet against the Suns because the way they've been playing, they have lost 2 straight, and I don't know how the hell, but they came back to cover against the game in the net. I don't know if you guys had got that game late, but if it got a sharp steam, got steamed up to like 9.5 late or whatever. And then so I'm watching the game or whatever, and then so I flick it, go to a different game, and then I look at the final score, and they end up winning by 8. I'm like, what the hell happened? They were pretty much just blowing them out. So I don't know how the hell the Suns even covered that game, but this is the last game of a long road trip. You know what I'm saying? They probably went back to the house, whatever, spend the time with their families. Then now they back out on the road, whatever. But it's the last game of a 5-game road trip. The Suns, like I was telling Real, I would go ahead and take them on the money line if you like the Suns. The way they've been playing, they can definitely win this game. You know what I'm saying? It could be a close one in the points come into play, but I mean the Magic are at home and they've been pretty much losing as well. So they kind of have a team where they do play better at home. They've lost 3 straight games. So like I said, I can make a case for both sides. It's not one that I'm be on, but I would say if you like the dog, I would just take the Suns on the money line because if they're going to hang in this game, they'll probably win. I mean, especially the way they've been playing, they can win by 5 or 10 points if they do win. But if not, if the Magic do win, I think they will cover. So it's a tough one to call. I don't really have anything on the total or anything. This is just not one of my.
Yeah, me as well. It's not one of the best games on the card tonight. It's going to be an interesting game, though, especially with Booker and seeing what these two teams do. These are 2 of the bottom, the lower teams in the league. We expect them to be at the bottom of the league for the remaining of the season. But we'll see what the Suns can do. And they just finally announced that Jamal Crawford isn't playing, but not like he's doing too much. He only played about 14 minutes a game anyway. It's not like he's really looking like the Jamal Crawford that we thought. So no wonder he was sitting out there waiting for a team to pick him up. So it's showing right now Jamal look like age finally caught up to him the way he's been playing basketball. But on to this next game, J Money, man. You know how I feel about this team, bro. These Wizards, man. I'm done with the Wizards. I'm done. I'm just completely done with the Wizards. I'm not betting the Wizards team until they make some trades for me, man. I have to see some trades. Some decent trades. They have to get rid of Wall. They got to get rid of Bill. or they got to get rid of Morris, man. I got to see one of them 3 players go before I start actually backing this Wizards team and putting some money on the Wizards again. Wizards, man, wow. That's all I can say. It's wow, man. Suns took this team to a triple overtime on Saturday. It's not for that Suns. It's not for them beating the Suns in overtime, man. They would have dropped the last 4 games in a row. Detroit lost their last 2 games. They lost one of those at home to the Hawks as well. So both of these teams are just losing games, especially Detroit this month. Detroit's having a bad month this month. They lost 9 games already this month after winning 8 games last month. It's supposed to be more of a defensive team, but I'm not really seeing it from Detroit that we thought we would see it from Detroit, at least not right now. I mean, it comes and goes in its pieces, Jay. And the Wizards, man, they have no bigs. They're a team that just can't be trusted. They don't have Otto Porter out there. They're allowing teams to shoot 40% from 3 at home and almost 50% field goal percentage at home. And if they go to, like I said, no Porter out there, it's already a small team not having no bigs. And you know if they put Morris at the 5, that's just not going to work against the Detroit team with Drummond and Griffin down there. Man, I expect Drummond and Griffin to be able to bang down low, get rebounds, second chance points, and put up buckets. I know they have issues at the guard spot, but the Wizards just have issues all the way around, if you ask me, Jay. So I'm over here at Detroit, bro. I took Detroit on the money line, me personally. I dropped the juice, and I took them on the money line.
Exactly. Just like you say, the Wizards got all type of problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. Against the even an average team or definitely above average team, I just don't see how you bet the Wizards. I took them with the points against the Rockets. It was a small bet or nothing, but I did think they were going to cover the 11. They got absolutely blown out, which the Rockets were making all their threes that night. But I was just like, man, I thought even in that spot, maybe they would have, you know what I'm saying, try to get up for their game. I mean, they got a little trade, got a reason he was going back to his old team. For some reason, they just don't have it. And this one, it's a tough one because it's not too tough because I can't bet on the Wizards. So it's Pistons or nothing, definitely. But, I mean, I definitely took the Pistons in this spot for the simple fact that before, if you look the way they've been playing at home, they beat Boston 113-104, which we know the Celtics are a nice team. Then they lost to the Bucks by 3 at home. Then they went on a road, you know what I'm saying, one game versus the Wolves, which they played a damn good game in overtime. Then they win and lost against the Hornets. Then this is the key thing. They just lost against the Hawks at home. They know damn well they shouldn't have lost that game. They were down in that game pretty much the whole game. You know, they were favored by 9.5. You end up losing by 3 at home to the Atlanta Hawks. So I'm sorry, I know the Hawks didn't won 3 straight, but we know they're the worst team in the league. So the Pistons know damn well they had no business losing that game at home. It's a total bounce back spot for them against a team that they can definitely beat. The Wizards can this is the thing. The Wizards have better guards than them, especially with just Ariza, but they have no bigs at all, and that's what you need to beat the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is kind of a tough one because the Pistons don't really have guards. But if the Pistons guards can try to score maybe 10 points, whatever, get a few assists, you know what I'm saying, and contain the Wizards guards, they're going to kill them on the rebounds. We know that offensive and defense, they should absolutely kill the Wizards down low. So I'm looking for the Pistons to exploit the Wizards' weakness in this game. I like the Pistons in this one, man. I don't see how you can bet the Wizards right now, although depending tonight how things may go tonight, I may be on them the next game.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because you need a guard. I mean, guard's one of the most to me, that's the top thing of the team needs. I mean, next from a top, you need a point guard and you need a big. I mean, you have to have those two things on your NBA team to consider your team an NBA team. Right now, the Wizards have guards. They have no bigs. When they go from Detroit, they have the bigs. They just don't have the guards over there, man. They've been putting together wins with the guards they do have. And, excuse me, that's definitely going to hurt them tonight, though, against this team with the powerhouse combo of Drummond and Griffin down there. And Griffin, man, he plays like a guard if you look how he plays. I say he's playing like an MVP. At least he was last in the first couple of months. Even this month, even though they've been losing, he's still been looking good, man. So the game goes how Griffin goes, and I'm going to back this team at home, man. I really can't trust this Wizards team whatsoever. We done with the Wizards. Y'all remember we broke out with the Wizards? We done with the Wizards. But let's welcome in the chat, man. What's up, everybody in the chat? What's up, Ray Williams? What's up, MS? What's up, Johnny? I seen that other clown in here said, let J Money talk, King Real voice annoying. You don't have to be in the show. I don't got the power to kick you, but when you said that, I would put your ass in timeout. I don't have them privileges anymore, but we peaceful in here, bro. But if you want to troll, man, I got time to talk shit and all that after the show. Hit me on Twitter. We could go right on Twitter, live, clown, roast, do whatever the fuck you want to do, but not doing the showtime. So take that shit somewhere else. I'm definitely not in the mood for it today whatsoever. But let's welcome everybody else in, though, man. Capper John, Campsite Killer, Mikey, Everybody, man, what's up? Welcome on in. And I heard Campsite Killer, matter of fact, not Campsite Killer, but on the Low Back Show, everybody was praising the Suns' first quarter. I was going to hop on the Suns' first quarter, but I didn't take the Suns' first quarter, and I was going to take over 56.5 in this Detroit game, but I stayed off of that too, J Money. You don't have any first half plays at all in neither one of these games?
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have any first half plays. And just to that guy, real quick, man, my guy just told you he ain't feeling well, you know what I'm saying, today, and he a little under the weather. We giving out free picks, you know what I'm saying? We giving out Christmas gifts, New Year's gifts, man, all type of shit, man. You still want to talk bad? You in here watching us, so I mean, you know how my guy usually regular sound. You ain't gotta talk down, man. We really here helping y'all out, to be honest with you, man. That's why, to be honest, I didn't even give out no free picks today on Twitter because I feel like, especially what's coming on with the new time, if we giving out pretty much free picks on all the games. All you gotta do is watch the show. You dig what I'm saying? So you ain't really gotta talk down, bro, on the cool. I mean, really, you could have got blocked. So we appreciate everybody for watching, man. We usually don't have anybody talking stuff in the chat. We appreciate everybody for keeping it clean cut, you know what I'm saying, respectable. That's why we do this, man. We do it for y'all. Welcome everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate all y'all for watching. Tell everybody to watch. I don't have any first half bets. I see Moses talking about some talk me off the Nets. Don't worry, my guy. I will in just a second. Whichever game you want to get to next, real.
But let's kick out B. Dot or whatever his name is, bro. I'm not even gonna look in the chat and do it. Matter of fact, let's let his ass stay. Let him call me a clown. Let me get trolled, bro. I don't really give a fuck. I'm giving you free plays, like my man J Money say. We're giving out free plays. I asked y'all to donate to a charity. Y'all talk shit about that. Y'all talk shit about free plays. Y'all just ain't satisfied with nothing, bro. Even the free shit y'all complain about, bro. If you got something better to do, don't watch the show, bro. I'm not out here begging you to watch me. I'm not begging you to take my bet. I'm just doing this shit because I love doing it and just trying to help everybody out, bro. So anyway, Jay, the Hawks and you want to start us off with the next game, bro? Like, I flipped to my Hawks Nets notes. I mean, Hawks.
Yeah, we can start. Yeah, we can start with the Hawks and the Pacers. Don't worry, Moses. We'll get to the game in just a sec. I'll be happy to talk you off the Nets tonight. Nah, but I'm messing with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. So I got a few steam moves, signals on my phone, man, that saying that the sharp move is on Atlanta. That's why you see it go down from 8.5 to 6.5. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not betting the Hawks in this, so I don't give a damn. Sharps, they bet numbers. They don't really bet teams. You know what I'm saying? So they see that home dog getting all these points. I'm sorry, man. You won't catch me taking the Hawks here. I know they're at home. They won 3 straight, but you got the Pacers. But don't look now. But they are number 1 team in defense efficiency now. You got the Hawks that's in the bottom 5. That fact alone, there's no way in hell that I'm taking the Hawks here, man. They've won 3 straight, but at some point, man, they're gonna start tanking. But they shouldn't be trying to win games now. They are the worst team in the league. I'm pretty sure that Taurean Prince is still out tonight. He's one of the starters. That's going to hurt even more. Spellman's not going to be coming off the bench. So, let's see who they got. Indiana's playing Detroit next. So, there's no look ahead or anything. Coming off the holidays, man, they didn't play on Christmas. This should be like their Christmas Day game. They should come here and smash the Hawks. I didn't take them with the points. I did take Indiana money line on this little parlay or whatever. But I was scared because apparently the Sharps like some in this one. But I just don't see the Hawks keeping close in this one, man. I don't think this will be a close game. Either the Pacers win by 50 to 20 points or they'll probably lose straight up, but it definitely shouldn't be like 5 or 6 point win by the Pacers. They should win this game by 7 or more.
Yeah, bro. Everybody going crazy because the Hawks have won 3 games in a row. I know somebody on the show asked me last week, they was like, you think the Hawks are going to run? I'm like, no. I actually didn't dive and look into the Hawks schedule, but the Hawks did win 3 games in a row. But, man, people going crazy about who they beat. They beat a Wizards team after they came off that after the Wizards beat L.A., where Wall went crazy. Then the last game, he wouldn't show up against Atlanta. He didn't go crazy whatsoever. And Atlanta has the rotation. They have the bodies to put out there on a team like the Wizards and keep switching and rotating. And that's how they beat the Wizards. Then they turn around and beat a Knicks team who was missing their shooters. I don't think the Knicks had Tier that game. Or what's the other guy name for the Knicks besides Tier? I can't think of his name right now at the top of my fucking head. But I know the Knicks are missing a few. But Moody, I think Moody was at that game. No, but somebody else too. It might have been Dotson. They're missing a few players, I think, that game when they played Atlanta, and Atlanta won that game. And then they beat a Detroit team that we already know has been struggling this month of December as well, who's just been struggling. And they did the same thing in Detroit. Ran a rotation on them. This Indiana team, man, is ranked first, allowing opponents only score 100 points a game. They're ranked first in defense efficiency. I think 7 points here is cool to take, man. I jumped on the Indiana Pacers minus the 7 here. I was tempted to take a first quarter as well, but I jumped on the minus 7. And also, no Alex Len tonight for the Atlanta Hawks. No, he put up like what 15 points, 17 rebounds last time they played. He is that big body inside down there. So no Lynn tonight, man. It's gonna mess up their rotation, what they like to do over there, and why they have been winning. But don't get pumped up about who they have beaten, you guys. They have beaten teams right now who can't beat nobody. The Wizards, we see they can't beat anybody. The Knicks are the Knicks. You know what I mean? They had injuries as well. Detroit was just going through a mad slump. So, and they're playing well after that. So it's Indiana or nothing, bro. It's Indiana or nothing. I like Indiana minus the 7. I know I've seen a couple of people talking about taking the under in this game. Like I said, matter of fact, Atlanta Hawks allow like 118 points a game. Indiana puts up like 106. They allow only 100 points a game. I could possibly see this game going over or under. It's a coin flip when it comes to the total for me, so I completely stayed off of it. I'm just going to watch the total and maybe jump on that second half.
Yeah, it's crazy to say, and it's so tough, especially with these with this over and under, because it depends on who's going to contradict their pace. We know the Pacers, and that's the thing. The crazy thing about the Pacers, they can lock down. Yeah, they're the best team in the best defensive team in the league, but they can score too. You know what I'm saying? If they get the ball, we know the NBA these days, a lot of fouls. You know what I'm saying? Fast break points. The Pacers have scores, so if Atlanta gets to playing fast, which they do. I'm sorry, I don't see how in the hell you take the under in this game. I'm sorry, the sharp money is on the over, but I mean, I mentioned that the sharps always don't win, but it is definitely something that I take into account. You know what I'm saying? I have to see where the money is, and if you're one to look at money percentages, 9 times out of 10, the sharps are obviously, you know what I'm saying, whoever the most of the money percentage on, not necessarily ticket count, but the money percentage. So it's something that I definitely will look at. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been trying to teach you guys how to think like how I think. That's what I would look at, which, I mean, they're not always right, but more times than not, they are. They're on the over in this game, and there's no way in hell I'm taking any Atlanta Hawk game under. I'm sorry, even against the best defensive team in the league, because it is a home game for the Hawks. You know, they pushed this shit out their pace, man. So I didn't bet the over, but that would have to be the play if I was to take a total.
And right now, especially with the Pacers, I don't even know if is Evans even playing. I know he practiced. My RotoWire hasn't updated it, so I'm going to have to dive in and see if he's actually playing tonight. I know he practiced, so I don't know yet. I don't know if Tyreek is even playing tonight. Excuse me, man. But yeah, I don't know if he's playing tonight. I like the Pacers. When it comes back to that total, though, bro, I agree with everything you just said, J Money, man. It's hard for me to take it under with Atlanta, man, especially the way they have been playing right now. Like you said, they push the pace. That's how Atlanta's able to keep in the games. They want to push the pace. They want to run on you. They want to keep throwing out these 8-9-man rotations on your ass every night. You know what I mean? To tire you down. That's how they win games. They want to beat up their opponent and tire them down with fresh legs repeatedly. So I expect points tonight from Indiana as well. I think Oladipo like those type of games. Him and Collison, they thrive in games like that. That's up-tempo games. That's what they prevail at. So I'm loving it. And I would have to lean over in this game, over 216. If I was to make a play on the total right now, it would have to be over 216. I could not take the under for the exact same reasons that you just stated, J Money.
Right, yeah, it's definitely over nothing, man. That's pretty much in all Hawks games. There's just something to look out for. You maybe can try to get contrarian on the under if it's something like up there, like with in the 230s, the high 230s. But this at this total, I wouldn't. I'm just my advice to y'all, I wouldn't take the under. It could go under, but it's not one that I would bet. Like saying before the game, I don't believe that the right side in this game, as far as the total, would be the under. Just looking at all the variables, the Pacers still can run a gun. Me personally, I hadn't seen anything about Evans being out, but for some reason, the lineups aren't even out for this game just yet. I'm sure it'll be coming out any second now, but I don't have it on mine just yet. But I don't see anything about Evans. But to be honest, it shouldn't matter. I think the Pacers definitely gonna win the game, and it shouldn't be hard. I don't see the damn Hawks winning 4 games in a row, bro. Hell no. I'm sorry, I just can't see it. I'm surprised they won 3 already. They're not a team like the Suns, where they have real good players. I know they're at home, but hell no, bro. Hell no. I'm sorry. Hell no. Not the Hawks tonight, man.
Hey, this guy Jim. So what's up, Jim? Welcome in. I haven't seen you before, but if you have been here, man, welcome to the chat. Jim said historically home teams are money day after Christmas. Yeah, you're right about that, man. Usually home teams are money on Christmas too. But you got to look at the teams that are at home though, and who they're playing against. You telling me? I mean, I strongly doubt that. I don't want to say it. I mean, it's NBA. It could happen. I feel like the Atlanta Hawks could come out and blow the shit out of Indiana Pacers today. Who knows? You know what I mean? This is the NBA. Who knows? But I'm definitely not jumping on the Hawks over here. I'm definitely can't hang my money on the Hawks over here. And like the first game, how I took the Suns with the plus points. Orlando Magic may win the game, But I can't take Orlando Magic -5. My pockets won't allow it. Every time I reach in my pocket to pull it out to go bet Orlando Magic -5 or Hawks +8.5, my money jumps out my hand and run back into my pocket. So I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm allergic to losers. But I just can't fuck with it, bro. I can't do it. I can't touch them.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Capper John? He's saying that are you on Bet Labs on Sports Insights? I do have Bet Labs. I got NBA starting. I don't know if you're talking about the sharp plays or if you're talking about the lineups. But I mean, I got Fantasy Lab. I got everything as far as lineups, and I don't know. I don't have that lineup yet. But I don't think that it'll matter. Somebody asking to parlay. I'll give it to you in a little bit. There's some of them. The parlay, my nicest games in these next ones. We're finna get into this next one. Fuck that, because this next one started about 15, 20 minutes. So we finna hop into. I'm gonna hop into this Hornets game if you don't mind, real.
Go ahead. I'm on the same thing. I'm pretty sure you're gonna say exactly what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna let you get it out. I know it's a home and home, so I'm pretty sure we both thinking the same thing over here, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a home and home, man. I don't know. I know the team that you like. I hope we're not on the wrong side on each side of this one, but I can't say this. Y'all listen closely, man. Whoever loses this game, whoever loses this game, bet them in the next one, man. Just trust me. So and that almost makes me wish that the Hornets lose this game, but for some strange reason, man, I like the way the Hornets match up against the Nets. I know the Nets been balling, man, but if they let the Suns come back, if the Suns were off of a triple overtime game, man, and even in the fourth quarter where their legs are supposed to be the tiredest, they came and outscored the Nets by 9 points, man. You can't just quit like that. I don't care when it is. That's showing me no fight, man. You can't do that against the Hornets. The Hornets came out and played a terrible game against the Cavs and still damn near covered that game. I don't even want to talk about it, man. Still some bullshit. I think some funny stuff at the end of the game by just letting Sexton get that layup. But it's all good, man. We're gonna that's water under the bridge now. But the Hornets match up very well against the Nets, man. Then the Nets don't have Crab. It would be a lot better if they had Crab in there, but he's not in there tonight, man. I'm sorry coming off a loss against Boston. You know, it's a pretty tough game. They're not as good on the road, but I like them in this spot, man. I know the Nets been balling, man. I know they've been riding high, but I got to fade them in this spot, man. I went ahead and took the Charlotte +2. You can take the money line. I think the Hornets win this game. I know Real probably on the other side, but I like the Hornets in this one, man. I know the Nets been balling, but I'm sorry. Their game against Phoenix, seeing them let them come back like that showed me something there. I like the Hornets to win this game. I like the matchup against the Nets.
Look, bro, I'm on the opposite of you. I'm on the Nets. I'm having a good read on this Nets team. You know, we won the last few games with the Nets. And then the other day when I said fade them, that wasn't a good spot for them. We wanted to fade them. We faded them, and they won that day. Now this is a home and home game, and I'm seeing how you looking at it, bro. I'm looking at both home teams win that game today. I think that, excuse me, like I said, I'm sick. I expect the Nets to win at home, and then I expect the Hornets to go home and win at home. Nets are without LeVert and haven't had Kraft for a while, bro. He's been out for a minute too. They 7-1 as a favorite the last 10 games. Then they're 8-2 versus and I know Charlotte's 8-2 versus the Nets, but they're 3-7 ATS versus the Nets. Hornets are 4-9 on the road and 4-8 as a dog. They 1-5 ATS last 6 games. And this is a home and home. So, yeah, I like the Nets here, bro. And I like the over 220, bro. That was the way I played it. That's like the way the Nets are playing basketball. They're playing great ball. And it seemed for some reason, it seemed like the Hornets, man, they're different. They're just a different team away and on the road. Like it shows, too, in the way their style of play, the way they play. And the Kimbo, man, look like Kimbo need to be traded too or something, man. I wish the league could just shake it up real quick, man. Shake a couple of these pieces around here, man, because a couple of these guys look like they starting to lose interest. I do have the Hornets to win the division. I'm going to say that all the time because I expect them to win the division, especially how poor the fucking Wizards look. But this Hornets team, man, I think the Nets, man, are riding hard. They're at home, a day off. It was Christmas. They've been there. This is one of the teams where somebody brought up, I like home teams after Christmas. This is why the line's so close. I like the Nets here, man, -1.5. I took them on the money line, though, J Money, to be real with you. And I took the over 220.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, hopefully the Nets win by 1, man. Then we could both win. It's Charlie +2 or +1.5. Both win. You dig what I'm saying? So hey, it'll be a win-win situation. But no, it's all good, man. Like you say, Charlie is 8-2, straight up the last 10. This one, so that's what I already like the way they match up. Then showing me that you can beat them. I know they were a different Nets team, but this is kind of a different Hornets team, man. It sucks because they are on the road. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if the Hornets do lose, I'm not gonna say it's cool because I got money on, but I'm gonna love it, man, because I'm gonna slam the Hornets next game. And I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. But I still, before the game, this one, I still do like the Hornets. And so, like I said, I just like the way they match up against the Nets. The Nets could win. I know they're at the house. You know what I'm saying? It's short favor or whatever. But the line did go down from 2 to 1.5, man. So I'm telling you, somebody like the Hornets with me. I just feel like this is a nice little contrarian spot to fade the Nets on the road. The Pacers came in there and did it. And the similar to the Pacers, the Hornets match up very well. If you look at the matchups, bro, they got the veterans to shut down Nets. D'Angelo Russell better go for like 30, 40 points tonight if the Nets are going to win. And he better have a triple-double. He's going to have to clown tonight. And I don't think Kemba Walker will be having none of that. Important team.
Yeah, Southside said Brooklyn balling and they're holding it down. Yes, sir. And Robert said the Nets will make the playoffs this year. Yes, sir. I expect the Nets to make the playoffs this year when the season first kicked off and our pre-show or our pre-taped season little videos we were doing, man. But LeVert went down, so I didn't expect too much from this team, but they finally get it together. And the Nets are another team, like I said, they're one of the first teams out there who started, but it was the Nets, Atlanta Hawks, and the 76ers are one of the teams that shoot from the 4-point line. And the Nets, another team that pull their bigs out there. That's how they beat teams, too. They bigs shoot threes, so they'll pull their bigs away from the basket. That allows their guards and their forwards to drive and attack or push back, kick it back out to them bigs who out there can drop them threes down and do that. That's why what makes the Nets a great team. They really spread the floor on you, and they all play defense. They pick up their man. They don't want to double team. They're just listening to the coach, man. That's all. The Nets are just listening to their coach, and I'm liking what I'm seeing over there. As for the Charlotte Hornets, they did bring a winning coach over there with a winning mentality. I expect to see more from this team, just like I expect to see more from a Detroit Pistons team right now. But it's early in the year, so we'll see what we get from them. On to the next. What you think about that total, real quick, Jay? Money to over. Did you answer that? If you did, I missed it, bro.
It's a tough one. If I had to lean anyway, I don't know, bro. It's a tough one. That's a tough one because Charlotte always look at overs with the Hornets. And the Nets lately, they've been scoring points too. So I could definitely see what you're saying with the over. I didn't bet it. To be honest with you, it was kind of a tough game to call. I did pull the trigger on the Hornets late. I still like it, but I can definitely see where you guys are seeing with the Nets. Seems like everybody in the chat is with you. Daryl saying Kemba back in NYC. Yeah, you're right. He always ball when he go back to the Knicks or the Nets. But pretty much everybody is on the Nets with you. So, I mean, I can definitely see it. They're at home. They have been balling. But like I say, if the Hornets can come in here and do what the Pacers did, they definitely have the team to get the win. So I'm just saying, don't be surprised. It's a nice little spot for the Nets, but we definitely got to get on to this next game before it gets started. But I would lean towards the over now.
Oh, yeah, no, we'll get to it. We got a couple of games getting ready. Well, we got 2 games getting ready to start in the next 13 minutes. I'll get to it real quick. I was looking at something with I'm not gonna take that. Plus, Jay Money, another thing too about the Nets, bro. This is the day after Christmas, home game. A lot of people I know are off up there. I got some friends from down that way. I know people ain't didn't go to work. A lot of people I know going to, well, I only know 2 people going to the game. I can't say a lot. They like 2 out there. I don't know how many thousand, but people going. They got a nice little turnout tonight for that Brooklyn game. So I'm expecting the Nets to roll here, especially for my money wise and sec wise. Unfortunately, we going up head to head, bro. But like I said, man, one of us will come out on top, and that's all that matters, man. As long as we eat and we give the chat something to eat, depending on who they follow, what they follow, man. That's all that matters, bro. On to the next one, though, Jay. You're right, man. You want to start us off with this? Well, I'll start us off with this Raptors game, man. Raptors 21-7 as a favorite, bro. They're 12-6 away. The Heat are 7-9 at home. They're 2-7 at home versus the Eastern Conference. The Heat won their last 5 games, but out those last 5, the only one game that stick out to me is the one they won against Milwaukee, bro. It's Raptors to nothing for me. I know no Lowry over there tonight. Serge is playing. We know Val has been gone. They're really missing him. That's really missing him. But I'm just not impressed by this Heat team. Every time we get behind this Heat team, bro, we think the Heat are finally there. They let us down, Jay. That's how it's been for me and you a few times. I know taking this Heat team, bro. What's your thoughts on this game?
Man, I'm going to tell you, bro. I'm going to tell you, I think it was yesterday, the day before that, man, I see the beat writer post on Twitter that everybody in practice, you know what I'm saying? Everybody with their shooter, everybody practice, full practice. For the Raptors, pretty much everybody from other than Valanciunas, we know that he's out. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like everybody was going to play. So I'm looking at, okay, I see it come out at -4 All right, I'm like, bet. I like the Raptors. I already was liking them regardless. I know the Heat been nice, but the Heat are 5-0 5-0 ATS the past five versus the Raptors, and it's a revenge game. They lost by 10 earlier this year in Toronto in the game, which I didn't think pretty much nobody thought they were covered. Were going to cover. It was a triple spot for them, and they still ended up covering the 13-point spread. Ended up losing by 10. The Heat have been absolutely scorching hot, bro. I mean, they're 5-0 and ATS and straight up the last five games. They've been balling, bro. The sharp money's on them tonight, but I'm sorry, it's terrible, bro. Because once again, Lowry is out. I said I was not going to take the Raptors again, bro, without Lowry being in there. And I already freaking took them today, man. I already took them minus 3.5. So I'm on the Raptors. It sucks that Lowry's not in there, and we on the road laying points against a team that's been hot, especially at the house, man. But I still like the Raptors in this one. But damn, it'd be nice if we had Lowry come back, man. I thought they was gonna be a full go tonight, man. I was happy to lay the 4 minus 3.5, whatever, bro. But then they announced, now Lowry is back. Now it ain't his thighs no more. Now his back. He got back spasms. Like, man, come on, man, get out of here. But they definitely need Lowry, bro.
Yeah, it went from his thigh to his back. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? I mean, so obviously he's banged up and just keeping stuff from us, whatever the hell is going on. But like you said, everybody just practiced, so I expected him to play too. It's surprising he's not playing, but I would be more surprised if he didn't play or Spurs didn't play. But at least we got a Spurs playing for us tonight. And I'm on the Raptors actually, bro. I took him first quarter -1. That was a play that I like. I do like him to come out strong maybe at home. And I know the Miami Heat have a lot of their bodies back over there too, man. So the Miami Heat are starting to actually get healthy themselves over there. And with all the guys I had sitting before, now a lot of people coming back. To me, I think they're gonna have a little bit of chemistry issues at first, trying to figure out who's gonna do what and what everybody's role over there. And it looked like to me at first Miami was tanking. It looked like they were trying to win. Then once I thought they were trying to win games, they started losing games again. I just can't put my money on Miami right now, man. I mean, it's a bias with me. This team is it's a heartbreaking team for me. Now, tonight I'm on the Raptors. They may let me down tonight, and Miami may just come out and win. This is one of those teams right here that does it. It's always a Miami, man. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Miami Heat. Or just two teams that burn me every single season. I don't know what it is, bro. They just constantly burn me. Betting them or betting against them. But in this spot, man, I have to take the Raptors here. It's Raptors for me or nothing. I love the Raptors on the road. They're one of the better teams on the road and at home. They're a better coach team. I know both of these teams are play great defense, but I'm sorry, everybody. The Raptors are the better defensive team. Also, look at the stats. Look at the piece of paper. Look at the players, man. Do your math. The Raptors are still the better defensive team and offensive team. So it's Raptors or nothing for me. I'm on Raptors first quarter -1, and I'm on a full game -3.
Yeah, like I said, I had already took the Raptors, so I mean, I'm on it too. I got them at 3.5, so I still like them, but like I say, man, it hurts me, man, because I really thought Larry was gonna be in here again. This is once another time where I thought he was gonna be in, man. This dude's been out for like a week or two, man, already. So I don't know. He came out there and balled against the Warriors. Then ever since then, now he hurt all these other games. So I don't know, man. It's a tough one. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Heat win. My guys. They on the Heat, you know what I'm saying, plus the 3. I don't care. I'm still on I already took the Raptors -3.5. I'm not buying out of it. I'm staying with it, man. So I think the Raptors still, hopefully Leonard go off. Hopefully the Heat have a off game, you know what I'm saying? So we don't have no Larry. They don't have no Magruder. They still got Dragic, you know, they got everybody else in. But Raptors, they can beat them. They can beat the Heat. They're not that big and bad. I know they won 5 straight, but it's not get, you know what I'm saying? It's not get carried away. Settle down, everyone. I know you guys might be Heat fans, but I think the Raptors are going to take the night, baby.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah. I'm looking at the chat, man. A lot of mixed reviews in the chat. My man Kane Ross, I'm a Miami native. I understand people apprehension on taking them, even though they playing hot. Yeah, it's just a team, bro. It's a tough team. And you, like you said, you're Miami native. You live down there with the team, so you get it yourself. It's probably you wake up in the morning and be like, damn, they lost this game? How the hell they lose to them? Or you wake up, oh, they beat this team? Oh, well, I'm surprised they won because they're supposed to win. So it's that shocker type of team right there for you. Has you a little confused, scratching your head from time to time. But let's get on to the next game real quick, J Money, man. Then we get some of these comments. Unless you see some comments that's coming out, that's jumping out to you right now as we speak. I know the Magic are losing right now against the Suns. That's why I grabbed them with the points. This is a shit-fest 2 teams. Both of these teams are it's 2 shitty teams, 2 bad teams. So if anybody late the house with these 2 teams, sorry. I mean, it's It's the game, you know what I mean? It's the NBA. Only first quarter, though. Remember, games ain't won until it's the last buzzer go off, man. You see that final score. So first quarters don't really mean shit to us, especially when you have a full game bet. Now, if you were just betting that one quarter, then okay, I feel sorry for you. But if you on the full game, man, and you got the points or you got the money line, just sit back. Wait till the game in. Wait till the fourth quarter over or OTs in or whatever the case may be. We saw what happened the other night, man. Celtics. Thought that game was over against Philly. I was on Boston, and a lot of you guys were on Boston. What happened? Boston came back and won that game in OT, and they covered. So it looked like they were down and out yesterday, but they pulled through. So it's basketball, man. Shit happens. You got to take the time to watch it. Let it play itself out. Jay, Minnesota Bulls, bro. Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Bulls. This game right here. I want to hear your thoughts on this, man. This is a crappy game, too, as well. Minnesota is 3-13 on the road. The Bulls are 5-12 at home. Minnesota is 6-1 ATS last 7 games versus Chicago. Bulls won their last contest, but their last 2 matchups, but that was against Orlando and the Cavs. Those are both bad teams. I know Bulls are finally getting some pieces back. They finally got Crazy Eye Portis back, but then he got injured and hurt again. And to me, he's a heart and soul. But this is a Timber Bulls team, Jay Money. You know we call them the Timber Bulls. You got D Rose over there playing way better ball. You got Thibodeau over there coaching this team. You got 2 ex-Bulls in the starting lineup over there for Minnesota. Minnesota needs this game. They just came off of, a 2-point or a couple-point win over OKC the other day. This is a Minnesota game right here. Give me Minnesota. I took them actually on the money line in the parlay. I'll talk about it in just a second. But I support Minnesota first half as well. I'm actually going to take them first half. I think that first half is sitting at 2.5, if I'm correct. Jay, you want to break it down while I find this first half line?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna definitely break it down. Just a few comments I want to get to, man. Jeremy Miller saying SMH Georgia Tech getting waxed. They just scored a touchdown, but yeah, man, I'm on the money line. I ain't even take no damn points, man. I know a bunch of people were taking points. I just need them to win the game. You dig what I'm saying? So they just scored a touchdown. Hopefully they get the momentum. But I'm with you on that, man. I know you're talking NBA, but damn, man, there'd be some crazy shit going on with these bowl games, man. And I'm also on California tonight, man. Just a little quick one. You know what I'm saying? I'm on California tonight in that bowl game. I don't even know the name of it, but I am on Cal versus TCU. TCU is not the same this year. And some more comments. Kane Ross, he's saying he a Miami native. You know what I'm saying? I like Real said. Yeah, Kane Ross said he on Miami with the he on Miami money line. It's not a bad play. He's saying that they've last 5 games they've held everybody under 100 points. Yeah, you're right. I saw that the Heat page they sent that on Twitter too, and I even put on their comment. Yeah, that's not going to happen tonight. And they liked it. They know that shit's not going to happen either. So on to this game. Yeah, the Timberwolves. I like the Timberwolves, my support. They just announced that Levine was in. To be honest with you, I didn't think that he was going to play. They announced it late. I'm talking about late that he's going to play. It's a tough one, man. I think Levine being in definitely helps the over. Even though the Timberwolves been playing good defense, they're not really the same team on the road. It is a little bit makes it a little tricky by taking the -4 on the road here, or even money line. Because I feel like if they're going to win, they should cover. It should be a close game. But the Timberwolves they're ass on the road, man. They're just absolutely terrible, man. Although Thibodeau, the last 7 times, not even necessarily went to Chicago, but the last time 7 times they've played, the Timberwolves are 6-1 ATS and straight up in those games. So for some reason, Thibodeau, he likes playing the Bulls, or he likes going back to with the last game they played in Chicago. They lost by 1. But it was a tight one, you know what I'm saying? But the Timberwolves, they seem to beat up on the Bulls. I think this will happen again tonight. Even though Levine's come back, he should be a little rusty. He's missed the past 3 or 4 games. On the Timberwolves just have a better complete team. But I can't say the Bulls with Levine back. They have all their players back now. This one definitely supports the over. The Timberwolves' last 4 games have went over. But it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one to call. But I definitely like Timberwolves. I definitely like the over in this spot.
Yeah, I like the Timberwolves money line. Like I said, I got them on a parlay though, and I took them first half -1.5. That's what the first half is sitting there right now, everybody. I just jumped on the first half Timberwolves at -1.5. And I'm just liking Timberwolves in this spot, man. Like I said, Thibodeau's on this team. He knows this team. He likes playing against the Bulls, like you just pointed out, Jay Money. The Bulls right now is going to take a little bit more than just Levine just being back. I need to see more from this team. They need to come on and win. Let me see you win about 4 or 5 straight games. You know what I mean? Let me see you play some solid defense for a little bit. Let me see the ball not get stuck. Let me see guys not give up, and let me see the turnovers start slowing down. Until I see all that from this Bulls team, I can't. When they go up against a competition like Minnesota, who is well coached, even though I don't like this Minnesota team, they're well coached. They have stars over there. Wiggins is a star. when he wants to turn it on. Towns is a star when he wants to turn it on. And D Rose, man, playing against this Bulls team, he want to get up. And he wants to turn up playing against the Bulls. This is where he did all his contribute. This is where D Rose became D Rose at. You know what I mean? This is where Derrick Rose became Derrick Rose in Chicago. So he was already there too. He was already up there for Christmas. They already been there. Thibodeau, they have family there. D Rose, them have family there. So this team has already been in Chicago for a couple of days already, if you guys don't think. They didn't just fly into this morning. So give me Timberwolves first half, and I'm on them minus 185 for the money line. I may take a minus 4.5, but it'd have to be an in play. I had to see what's going on early in the in play for me to hop on them again. But this is one of them games. I'm just going to play the money line. I lay the juice. I hate giving you guys juice lines like that, but sometimes you just got to lay the juice or parlay it. And the next game I'm going to speak on that I'm talking about parlaying on is, J Money, what you want to do? We're going to Dallas, man. I got a Dallas special coming up. So I wonder if your Dallas thoughts is to say, well, no. Well, we can wait. We can hold off. We got some time. That game not starting. Let's talk about this next game. Grizzlies and Cavaliers, Jay. I have nothing on this game. I wrote down nothing about this game. I know basketball, so I can talk about it with you, but I have nothing on this game whatsoever. This Memphis game should have been a teaser. You add this game to a teaser, a +5 teaser if you want this. I came back the Grizzlies minus 10. Even though the Cavaliers are sorry as shit, it's just hard to take a Memphis team minus 10 points.
Exactly. Yeah. Ray say Tibbs wants to beat the Bulls bad. He felt like they did him dirty. You're exactly right, man. Hence me mentioning that 6-1 ATS the last games against them and straight up, obviously. So yeah, I mean he likes to kill the Bulls, and even if they're up, he likes to put his foot down. You know what I'm saying on them, but it would really be lovely if they had Levine out. So apparently someone knew that he was going to play if he stayed at -4 all day because the line had moved since. But I definitely like the over in this spot with Levine coming in. Definitely going to help. In this spot, man, the Cavs have lost 3 straight, man. But most of them games they were ticky tacky. You know what I'm saying? They were hanging around. You can kind of see the Cavs where sometimes they can kind of score, man. Or they'll get on the fast break, be throwing lobs and stuff. So I mean, even without Tristan Thompson there, it's like it helped their offense. They have more of a free flowing offense. You still got Rodney Hood there. They added Alec Burks. They kind of have some scores there, man. It's kind of crazy because the Cavs, but you got to don't be surprised when you get 10 points like this, man. Well, I got them at 10. You know what I'm saying? I like the Cavs getting double digits here. The Grizzlies play real slow. They would if they blow the Cavs out here, it would go under. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't really like the under in this game because the Cavs they can score points. I know the Grizzlies play slow, but the way they play, you can't. It's hard to cover big spreads like that because they play so slow. But I mean, then they can come out there and totally lock the Cavs down and hold them to like less than 80 points in the total game. I could see that happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's a small bet. It's nothing major. But if you give me the Cavs +10, I've seen them cover them 10 points against better teams, more prolific offensive teams and defensive teams than the Grizzlies. So I mean, it's a tough one, man. But the Grizzlies, they haven't been playing well, bro. After they beat the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? That was the last game of a 4-game road trip, which they had lost every game before that. Before again, they lost 5 straight games, and they went and beat the Lakers. Now they come back to the house, man. I think they have a little bit of a letdown. If they do win, I think maybe 5 or 6 points. I don't see them just blowing the Cavs out here, man. I'm sorry.
Man, I'm done. I'm not. Again, this is a game, J Money. I mean, I'm just completely staying off it, bro. I'm not making no bets on either way of it. You made great points about taking the Cavs. You've been on this. I'm saying you've been spot on with your Cavs predictions of the past few games. When the Cavs came to the Cavaliers, you pulled out a couple of victories for us by taking the Cavs, especially the other game when they got fading them. You had them first half or something like that. They ended up coming through, pulling away with the victory. I just don't have a good read on this team, bro. No David playing, no Rodney Hood. Thompson, we know he's out as well. Kevin Love still been gone. They traded for Henson. He hasn't even played, I don't think, all fucking season. Burks did look good over there when he came over there to play with the Cavaliers. He may be a little spark. Burks may be able to do something now that he's away from Utah. He may get more run. I know he just came over there and he already played more minutes. If he played as many minutes as the starters played, now he's starting tonight for David tonight. So it's a little fishy. It's a little iffy type of game. I mean, I can see maybe the Cavaliers getting blown out second half if it becomes that kind of game. But this Memphis team, every single day, man, if you look on their injury reports, it's always like the whole damn team is on the injury report until the game getting ready to kick off. Then they all remove them. It's like everybody on the injury report, game time this is improbable, questionable. And then when the game kick off, everybody's playing. You know what I mean? So this Memphis team is just old. I can't do anything with them right now, bro. I'm off of this game. But Jay, you said Cavaliers plus the points, right? 10, or you got them at 10.5?
Yeah, I got them at 10. It's sitting at 9.5 now. So like I say, man, apparently it started at 10.5, then it was at 10, then it dropped down to 9.5. So somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's some people that like the Cavs. Me personally, I think they'll cover. Like I say, I see the Grizzlies win this game maybe by 5 or 6 points. That's the way I kept it. This if the Grizzlies are, but that's the thing, they can't put them at -4.5 or 5 because everybody would slam the Grizzlies. So I mean, they when I saw it 10.5, I was like, hell no, I'm taking the Cavs in this one. It's not as strongest spot, but we're gonna get to this next game, man, so I can give out a parlay for you guys. This Cavs game, it's better games out there. If you want to listen to me, I'm taking the +10, but it's not a strong one. Me personally, I would stay away from it. I would just bet something else because I can see the Grizz totally coming down locked down. It's just they hadn't been in good form. That's the reason why I'm taking the Cavs. I feel like if anything, the Cavs come into this game with better form. You know what I'm saying? They were playing better than the Grizzlies were before they upset the Lakers, who were probably looking ahead to Golden State game on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fading the Grizzlies coming off a 4-game West Coast road trip. First game back, it's always a little tricky spot for them, especially day after Christmas. I know they're the home favorite, but give me the Cavs plus double digit.
No doubt, real quick. And our man Ray Williams said Rose is from Chicago too. Quoting an article says Rose has 50 tickets he gave out to friends and family. He's coming to play tonight. Exactly. Derrick Rose is coming to play tonight. And my dad's side, my whole family from my dad's side from Chicago. Everybody from the South side, whole family from Chicago. So I feel you. Don't ask how we ended up in Portland, Oregon. Long story, but that's where we ended up at. But yeah, we are from Chicago too in Louisiana. So it is what it is. But Jay, let's get to this next game, bro. You want to talk about it, man? I think I got a Dallas, not Dallas, but a Texas parlay that I'm hearing you may be talking about the same thing I'm talking about in a minute, man. So let's break it down, bro. Who you want to get on first? You want to talk about the Spurs or you want to talk about the Dallas Mavericks?
Texas parlay. That sounds pretty nice, man. Sounds like I might be on both of those sides, man. Sounds like we just might be on both of those the same sides in this one. Let's hop to the Dallas game first, man. Nice little revenge spot. Last time the Pelicans bust our ass by 26 points, not too long ago on the 5th of December. Won't happen tonight. I know DSJ is not in the game. I don't care, man. Give me the Mavs. I know both teams then lost 4 straight. The Pelicans lost 4 straight, and the Mavs then lost 5, 6 straight. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. We're gonna get back on it tonight, man. We played some tough teams. Look at our losses. We played the Suns, which for some reason the Suns just have our number, man. I'm sorry, I'm probably getting loud, but I'm hyped up about this one, man. We finna turn this one on, man. We finna turn this bullshit ass Georgia Tech game off. I'm hyped up about this one, man. We lost to the Suns, like I say, they got our number. They lost to the Kings, which been balling. Lost to the Nuggets at home, which nobody could beat them at home in this recent stint. Lost to the Clippers since they got Lou Williams back. Lost to the Warriors. Lost to the Trailblazers, which Luka hit that game with that shot to send it to overtime, which I can't believe. The Blazers were supposed to blow the Mavs out in that spot. We took them to overtime. So they back at the house or whatever. This is a little home and home. They have to win this one because the Pelicans are going to win. They're going to want to win this next game. This is a total Mavs spot, man. Give me the Mavs. Icy 2 at home tonight, man. They're in the revenge spot. We finna beat the Pelicans, man. You shut down Anthony Davis. You shut down the Pelicans. Give me the Mavs, man.
Hey, you just took it as the words right out of my mouth, man. That's all it is. You shut down Davis. You stop the Pelicans. Mavs should win tonight. This is the Mavs. This is perfect for the Mavs. Hey, Dad, you took my notes out of my mouth, bro. Like that's pretty much the same shit you just broke it down way. It's the same thing I was gonna say as well, bro. We can move on, man. It's Mavs or nothing for me, but I got them on a parlay, bro. So you want to get on to the next one? Let me see what you guys. Well, I'll start this next one off, man. Spurs. Spurs, they won 12 straight games at home versus the Nuggets, bro. That's astonishing, bro. They won 12 straight games versus the Spurs at home. Spurs are 6-1 at home in the last 7 games. 5-1 as a favorite. Well, this is 6-1. Spurs 6-1 at home in their last 10 games. I mean, no, last 7 games, and then 5-1 as a favorite. Okay. I have my notes twisted backwards. Denver, these injuries are catching up with Denver, J Money. No Millsap, no Harris, no Barton. It's really hard to keep winning when you're missing certain players and key players, especially going on against a well-coached Spurs team who's actually starting to finally gel and get it back. We also got to remember the Spurs had lost 8 point guards during preseason. They dropped point guards. They're starting to get them guys back in the rotation. They're starting to play way better basketball, and they're at home. They just own this Denver team at home. If this game was in Denver, definitely be silent with Denver here, even with the injuries. But this game is in San Antonio, where San Antonio has just owned this team. And that's what I call my Texas parlay. I parlayed the Spurs money line with the Dallas money line, and then I also did another parlay with Spurs money line, Dallas money line, and Minnesota Timberwolves money line. And that one pays at plus 321. So those are my little parlays, man. What you got to say about that parlay, J Money? I'm pretty sure that's the same thing you have. Or what do you have to say on the Spurs team?
Yeah, that's a lovely parlay, man. I was telling y'all, yeah, Denver burned me a few times. I bet against them at home. I was trying to see when these injuries going to mount up on them. They won those two home games, you know what I'm saying, with ease. I give them their credit. Like I say, they were unbeatable at home, even with those injuries. It was tripping me out, bro. But guess what? I knew at some fucking time that it was going to catch up with them. Guess what? It did in that Clippers game, man. If y'all mess with me on Twitter, man, or in the DMs, man, I told y'all, take the Clippers, man. I'm telling you, in this spot, man, Clippers versus the Nuggets. I'm not gonna say easy, nothing's easy, but damn, man, that was easy. I knew the Nuggets weren't gonna have. Which Jokic, he did get ejected in that game, but I don't think it would have mattered. The Clippers were on their ass. That's why Jokic was mad, because they was on his ass. But it's gonna happen again tonight, man. The Spurs have been dumb. They've been dominating. They've been balling at home, man. At home, you can't touch the Spurs right now. I'm not betting against them, man. I'm sorry. So I'm fading the Nuggets. They're, like you say, Millsap and Gary Harris and Barton. It's going to mount up on them. But at home, it doesn't make that big of a difference. But on the road, we know some certain teams just not the same. The Nuggets are one of them. They have their great home court advantage. They're not going to have it in this one, man. Spurs at the house, man. Like I think it was Capper John. Somebody noticed the weather. Yeah, the weather's real bad here, man. This damn bowl game got canceled earlier in Dallas. I don't even want to talk about that. I had the under, man, ended up getting canceled, man. I'm sure somebody in the chat is with me. Had Boise State, or they had somebody the under and end up getting it canceled, man. But it's all good. But I definitely like the Spurs in this one. You parlay with the Mavs, man. My parlay, take California in this late night bowl game against TCU. Take California -1.5. It shouldn't matter, man. Take the Mavs. Take the Spurs, man. That's my parlay for tonight, man. It could hit. I definitely like the Spurs and the Mavs. Finna get it, man. We finna hit a little Texas twist with this parlay, man. Y'all get that cash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on that same thing called the Texas Parlay, man. I'm on the Spurs money line. Actually, I'm on the Spurs. I have the Spurs -4 as well as a regular bet. I have the Spurs money line. Then I have the Spurs money line. Well, I have the Spurs -4, Spurs money line with the Mavs on a parlay, and then Spurs, Mavs, Minnesota, all three of those teams together on a parlay as well. Any thoughts on the total in that game, Jay? Especially the total in the Dallas game.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have. I can give an opinion on it, but I didn't like neither one of them. I can't bet a under with a Pelicans game. That total is too damn high, though. And sometimes the Mavericks do want to lock down on D, but I just feel like the Pelicans will try to run and gun in this game, and the Mavs will do that with you too. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it go over. But seeing it's a revenge fight, I don't know, man. It's a tough one. That total is like right where it should be. I feel like that's a sharp ass total in both of these games. Denver and San Antonio. Denver is one of the top defensive teams, but both teams are in the top 10 in offensive efficiency. So, I mean, that's a tough one to call right there. You would think the under, but I mean, like people saying in the chat, Joker's going to come back tonight after getting Jake going to be pissed off. Yeah, that could happen, but I don't see them winning, man. I feel like if you shut down Jokic, then that's pretty. I mean, that's like Anthony Davis to the Nuggets, right? I mean, to the Pelicans right now. So I'm sorry, man. I don't see them getting it done tonight. I know they've been rolling, but they finna get another loss on the road, and the injuries gonna mount up, man. Jokic can do whatever he want, man. I don't see them win this game. I like the Spurs at -3.5. It got up to 4. I would still endorse it. The total just seems like it's right on there. It's for some strange reason.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. See, I'm not gonna do nothing about it either. I'll leave that total alone. We got one more game, Jay, before we get up out of here. But let's run through the plays real quick for everybody who wants to know what we own. Pistons. On Pistons money line, that's the way I took them. That's the way I played them. Also on the Suns, +5. On Pacers, -7. They're getting their ass whooped right now, but it's early. Just like everybody said, the Suns were starting out losing. I saw somebody in chat say Suns +11.5 in play. I hope you jumped on that. If you did jump on that, man, congrats for you, man. Hit me on Twitter. I'll retweet you and give you some much love for that, man, because that was a smart play. If I wasn't on here right now doing the show, I've been more vested in watching the games. I definitely would have took the Suns +11.5 in play as well. So great job for you, brother, for grabbing that. Also, I'm on the Nets tonight to win this game on the money line, and also on the over 220.5. I'm on the Raptors. I'm on the Timberwolves money line. I'm on nothing on the Cavaliers Grizzlies game for me whatsoever. Mavs, yes, I'm on the Mavs money line. I'm on the Spurs -4 and the money line. And this last game coming up, I haven't got to it yet, Jay, but you want to tell them what you want before we get to this last game?
Yeah, nothing really in the early games. I don't know what the fuck the Pacers doing. I don't know if they went to Magic City or one of them strip clubs in the ATL last night, man. I don't know what they got going. They had 4 points in 5 minutes. I know it's early in the game, but damn, boy, they better wake up. It's the only reason why it trips me out because they playing the Hawks, one of the worst defensive teams. I know the Pacers. Come on, man. Oladipo go out there and get a bucket, but I mean they coming back. Like you say, it's still early, but still they're still trips me out. Miami, they on them. Like I said, I took Toronto thinking Lowry's still gonna play, but ain't no excuses, man. I still like the Raptors. I took the Raptors -3.5 for full game. It's all good. I did take the Pacers on the money line. I'm on Charlotte Hornets. I took them on the money line, but I will say take the points plus the 1.5 or 2. But I took them on the money line. I like the Timberwolves -4. I took Cavs +10. If you got 9.5, you can buy them up to 10 if you want. I'm on the Mavs, baby. MFFL, baby. Mavs fan for life. On the Mavs -2 versus the Pelicans. We on the Spurs, man. With a little Texas you know what I'm saying? A little razzle dazzle on the Spurs -4. And we still got one more game, man. And I had a parlay for y'all. The Mavs, the Spurs, and California tonight, man. It's a real sharp parlay, man. I like that. If y'all want to hop on, y'all can. We got one more game we can hop into real quick. It's probably going to be contrarian. Not a major pick on it, man. But for some strange reason, I do like the Clippers in this spot, man. I know it's a revenge game for the Kings. I can understand people liking the Kings. I mean, I know Sacktown. I know he's going to be mad at me, man. For some reason, the Clippers just dominate the Kings, man. I know it's a different team this year. That would definitely have me scared off of it. But I like the Clippers in this spot, man. The Kings, I like them at home. I like betting them at home. But the Clippers, man, I wasn't betting them. I was fading them when they didn't have Lou Williams. But guess what, man? He's back. The Clippers are back. They at home. You better have somebody to stop them, man. And they got the guards. They have the guards to shut down Southern team. So I mean, I'm telling you, man. I like the Clippers. They got the guards to shut down Fox. It's the main one. You shut down Fox, then you can contain the Kings, man. So I like the Clippers in this spot.
No doubt, no doubt. And also forgot, I'm on Minnesota first half, -1.5. Raptors first quarter, which I'm about to lose at. And Indiana will snap back in this game, though, J Money, man. I expect Indiana to come back in this game and snap back. I should have took it when they was down, too. I should have grabbed them at the plus points, but I missed out, and I didn't grab them at the plus points. I know I'm missing a few more plays that I did have out. I'll find them and tweet them out. Once I lay down, bro, and pour me a hot toddy, man. Make me some tea with a little bit of some yak in it. Drink me a nice little hot toddy. Hopefully I can clear this little cold in my chest and get the brain to working, Jay. Come out with some more plays for everybody. This Kings Clippers game, Jay. Kings is 6-2 ATS last 8 games. They're 8-4 straight up. 0-5 last 5 games versus the Clippers. They're 3-12 last 15 games in LA. I know Clippers are having a rough December as well, man. They lost 4 games in a row in that month, but they lost to the Raptors, the San Antonio, the OKC, and Portland Trailblazers, man. At those moments, those teams were doing pretty well. I know my Blazers, man, I don't want to talk about them. They shit the bed yesterday, and they not too long ago lost by 30 to the same team they were supposed to come back and beat last night. I know, and they couldn't do that, so. I'm not gonna go against myself today. In this, I hear everybody saying Kings, but I don't have a play on this game to tell you guys the truth. On the last game of the day, on big days like this, I kind of see what my bankroll look like before I get to the very, very last game and see what my bankroll looking like. But by then, if it's looking decent, I'm definitely gonna hop on the Clippers, man, and the points, man, -5. I like the Clippers. I'll buy the half a point, take Clippers -half. Also like Clippers first half. J Money hit it, man. Without Lou Williams, this team is a fade. With Lou Williams in, you really have to look at them and give them some heavy consideration as being a decent team, man. Lou Williams is the piece that keeps that team flowing. Not just Lou Williams, man. Gallinari, man. They also go off how he play. So if Gallinari's not hot and having a shitty game, and you can see it early, then you may want to turn around and hedge and hop on the Kings or you know what I mean, do whatever you may do. But if you go by Gallinari, it goes by Williams, man. So it's Kings Clippers are nothing, bro, for me.
Yeah, exactly. And my whole thing, like I say, I mean, I know they got Fox and Hill, but I feel like Fox is really the catalyst. No Bagley's definitely gonna hurt. So Sacktown, I'm sorry, man, you're my guy, but hey, you I'm sure you know the Clippers. Like I say, it's a nice little in-state rivalry. The Clippers they have the Kings number, and you got Beverly and you got Bradley over there, the two P's that they can shut down any 2 guards, man. So if anybody knows it, I'm sure you do, man. The Clippers are favored here for a reason, and the line seemed like it was going up to 5.5. It started out at 5. It went up to 5.5. I like the Clippers in this spot, man. I'm sorry. I know the Kings been covering, but the Clippers just have their number, and if they didn't have Beverly or Bradley, I wouldn't be betting it, but they had the two guys to contain Hield and Fox. You shut down them, man, and you're gonna be in a nice spot. We know that the Clippers, once they get on the roll at home, man, lately they've been balling, man. Like I say, you got Lou Williams, so that's all I got to say, man, about this one. I endorse the Clippers,
Hey,
minus
Robert,
the five,
Robert,
minus the five and a half.
Robert said Lou to look nice on Toronto. You know who Lou Williams will look nice on? He'll look nice on the Pelicans. Give the Pelicans a guard. Put Lou Williams over there on the Pelicans. I'll put Lou Williams on the Detroit Pistons team right now and see what he could do with that Pistons team. That's how I'd like to see Lou Williams play, man. Any thoughts somewhere you'd like to see Lou Williams go if he could play somewhere else?
Yeah, I was just replying to him, Robert. He used to play for the Raptors. I see what you're saying with this with this team right here. Yeah, he would definitely help. I'm gonna be honest with the Raptors, they have everybody. They have a championship contending team. I can't say that's one team that I can't say I don't know if I would make any trades right now, because if you're gonna trade for Lou Williams, then you probably have to give up two players. The Clippers aren't giving him up easily. You know what I'm saying? So he used to play there though. That's the main thing I want to tell you, that the Lou Williams used to play for the Raptors. So, but I see what you're saying to fit today's team. But when the Raptors have everybody healthy, watch, they're gonna hit a little stride. And the Raptors to win the championship this year may not be a bad bet. So I mean, I know we got to get out of here, man. Y'all follow us on Twitter. I know we had like 222 people watching live. I hope everybody hitting the like button. I hope everybody's sharing the show. You know what I'm saying? Everybody you work with, let them know, hey, look, man, go check these guys out. I know we two black guys, whatever, man. Go check these young black guys out, man. They know what they're doing on this NBA. You might not bet NBA, but hey, you make some cash real quick. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what's up, man. Y'all holler at me on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney, man. Just trying to keep a little, you know what I'm saying, shits and giggles with everybody. Y'all know what's up.
What's up, for sure? I'm your man, King Rail, man. I'm sorry I'm under the weather, a little sick. I'm not able to be my same. You know, I'll be turned up. I'll be too turned up. If y'all know me outside of here, I'll be turned the shit up. But, you know what I mean? I'm a little mellow today. Don't feel good. But thank you guys for everybody for tuning in. Make sure you guys do hit the like button for us, man, and show us some support, show us some love out here, man. We come out here every day. For the most part, everybody in chat, y'all nice, y'all chill. We talk to you guys outside of here on Twitter as well. You guys chill. But remember, everybody, this because the game, the team started off losing early on the first half. The game is not over, man. Look at it. There's a clear sign in this Suns game. Suns are getting their ass whooped. It's halftime now, and this team is up by 8 points. Wizards, Pistons, it's a dogfight over there. Hornets, Nets, a dogfight over there. Raptors fighting back over here. So remember, man, don't give up, man. Don't start kicking your ass and hedging bets and everything, man. Watch the game. You'll know when to bet, when the time is right to hedge. I'll make a bet. Until then, I'm King Real. That's J Money. This has been King's Court. Pleasure doing the show with everybody. Thank you guys for coming watching us, man. Until tomorrow, God bless and good luck, everybody. Have a good night.